everyone, and welcome to the new College Chef Academy Lab Guide. I'm Corentin Guinez driver for Simmercy, and today we are on Daytona for the fourth week of the Falcon Tire Sports Car Challenge. As you can see, we're using the M4 GT4. So as usual, first I show you the hot lap, and then we are going through the details about this combo. Quite important lap guide as well, as we are getting closer from the first special event of the year, the Roar. So yeah, let's get started. Alright everyone, so here we go for the lap around Daytona. So as you can see, we just crossed the start finish line, and then we are quickly heading into the first corner. So the braking reference for the first corner for me is quite simple, I would say. I mean it appears on both racetrack and also the behind the fence of the NASCAR. Basically, there is the yellow pole on the right with the, I guess, the lights. So just using these, and at the same time I'm using the white line on the outside of the racetrack. I guess it does match the distance. It's pretty much the same place. The only thing is that as you can see, when you are not far away from, yeah, basically when you cross the line, you can't see them yet, the white line. So yeah, the pole is a bit more useful when you're a bit um further away from the braking, the beginning of the braking. But then when you are getting closer, I'm tending to look a bit more the white line, because it's a bit more in the direction of the corner. Corner is a left-hander, and yeah, if I need to look at the right to see where the pole is, then I would maybe I would lose a bit of time, I guess, with my eyes, having to look to right and then to the left to see where I'm going. So yeah, I think at first when you are closer to the start finish line, it's good to look at the pole on the right side. But then when you are really getting into the beginning of the braking zone, then I'm just looking at the white line. As you can see, when I'm on the white line, I'm just going on the brake. As you can see on Delta, it's quite a big braking, I would say, because as you can see, we are not putting a massive amount of steering, like even on the steering line. as you can see, we're not putting a massive amount of steering. It's really when we are getting into the corner, as you can see, if I'm showing you the driving, it's really when we are getting into this part that we are putting most of the steering, because from there the car naturally turns in, I would say, because you are coming a bit from the banking. So I guess that's why it takes the shape of the corner a bit more easier. But yeah, it doesn't require a lot of effort to make the car rotate at the beginning. So that's why you can brake a bit harder. But then yeah, when you are really getting close of the sharpest part of the corner at T1, when you really need to get close um, of the apex, getting a bit more of a late apex, and not really getting close of the tire wall. But yeah, it's at that time you really need to work on the brakes, as you will see if we are going back on the data page. Yeah, it's really when you are getting into the corner that you are starting to release the brake, and as you can see, it does match the steering the steering line as well, because when I'm putting more steering angle, I'm just tending to release the brake, so then it helps to get the rotation. And also it helps, yeah, of course it helps to get the rotation, because if I stay harder on the brake, then the car is just going to understeer. So yeah, and then as you can see, when I'm basically closing the steering, I'm just going back on power, trying to find the momentum on the exit. As you can see, I'm being quite gentle when I'm having more steering angle, but then once the steering angle is getting lower, then I'm just building up the momentum and going harder and harder on throttle. So yeah. For this corner, it's a 4th gear corner. You will rarely drop that much the gears actually. You just drop third into the horseshoe, the first one. I guess the second one is also called the horseshoe, and then you have um, the left-hander which rejoins the oval layout. So yeah. But apart from those 3 corners, then you are staying with 4th, and I think you stay with 5th in the chicane, in the bust up chicane. So yeah. So back in the first corner, so as you can see, from there, just releasing the brake, 4th gear, and then once you made the apex early on throttle, just trying to make sure, like I said, while looking at the delta, you're really building up the momentum. So not just don't go straight away full throttle, otherwise you will get some oversteer. And then yeah, the main target is to make sure as well you are being, yeah, sort of patient, but it's not really about patience, because if you are not carrying too much speed into the corner at first, you're not supposed to go too wide. So yeah, by what I mean by being patient is that you are not going to just try to not go too wide on the exit, because first you will most likely longer a bit the distance. And the thing is that you don't want to get the curbs, as now we have the 3D curbs around Daytona. I mean, we have the 3D curbs for quite a while now, but yeah, still, it's something you want to avoid. And yeah, this means like if you're going too wide, you have to turn to the left and then turn sharp to the right, sort of sharp, because as you will see, you will make it flat anyway. But yeah, the more steering angle you are going to put, the more time you are going to lose. So yeah, that's not something you want to make. And yeah, of course, like I said, if you are going on throttle and at the same time you are using a tiny bit of curb, you will lose traction, you will lose some time. And yeah, considering the M4 is quite slow, I would say, around Daytona. I mean, the lap guide is still good because you are going to do the same with every car. But yeah, if you are not optimizing with the M4, the car is already struggling a lot with the top speed. So yeah, then if you are not making the good things into the corners, entries and exit, then you are going to lose a lot of time. So yeah, it's very important to be precise into the corners. So then we are going through the sort of chicane, so it's nice and easy flat, and then you move to the left, and then I don't know if you can see it on the lap guide, but there is some sort of dust or something on the track on the left hand side of the track, close to the grass. I mean, basically, I think it does match pretty much the grass. Like you can see some mud or something, like some grass missing um, here and there. So basically, if you are looking at the end of these, actually, I just noticed it now because I was most of the time checking at the dust or the I don't know what it is on the track, but yeah, it's a bit dirty on the track. Um, and yeah, if you can match this with the end of this sort of grass missing on the left. So basically, when I'm getting close of these, I'm just going to go on the brake. Basically, I'm not trying to brake too late into this one because then if you're carrying too much speed into this one, the car can get loose mid corner because this car brakes quite well, but it's really on the way you're raising the throttle that the car can snap a bit. So yeah, it's very important to maybe not carrying not carry too much speed um, on the entry. So yeah, I'm braking like near the end of this. I'm braking slightly before um, the end of this. So yeah, um, quite a big braking zone. I mean, usually we are always braking quite hard with the M4 because the ABS is not a massive thing on the brakes. I would say so. Yeah, it allows us to brake harder with this car. So as you can see, braking 100, and then when I'm getting into the corner, I'm releasing the brake. As you can see, I'm releasing the brake quite quickly with the M4. It's a bit different compared to the others. Um, yeah, this car feels a bit strange to me, to be fair, because it feels quite different. I mean, of course, there are a few aspects, few things similar with the other GT4, like the Porsche and the AMG we are doing at Coach Dev Academy. But yeah, the M4 feels quite different in about many things, like the brakes, for example, because with the others you tend to use a bit less ABS, uh, maybe less brakes to avoid the ABS. But yeah, with the M4 it's not really a thing. So yeah, it's a bit different. This car is different to use for sure. Then as you can see when I'm turning in, and you can see it with the steering line. When I'm turning in, I'm just releasing the brake. So it's same as T1, releasing the brake, and then same when I'm going, I'm facing the exit. I'm starting to go on throttle. You can see I'm reducing my steering angle. So yeah, I mean I'm adding throttle when I'm reducing my steering angle. Like you are adapting to how much steering angle you have. You are not adapting the steering to how much power you put, I guess. So yeah, as you can see, just building a momentum. And if we are checking this from the car, going on the brake near the end of this patch of mud or whatever it is, on the brake, down to third, into the corner, releasing the brake quickly. And as you can see, straight away after releasing the brake, I'm going on throttle to keep a bit of momentum as well. It keeps the car a bit stable. So yeah, do not like keep the car rolling too much. This is also a reason to make the car being a bit of a steery or being a bit loose or whatever. So yeah, it's important that when you are off the brake, putting at least a small amount of throttle. I think that's how it works with the M4. So yeah. And then once I'm on the exit, as you can see, I'm managing the throttle. I'm not going too fast on throttle. I mean, full throttle. I'm not going too quick, too aggressively on throttle. And then once the steering is open, now I'm putting full throttle, and I'm just trying to get the best traction possible. Then we will head into the king, so we'll move fast forward because there is nothing to really learn from those things. You guys know how to do it. Just getting close, using the curb on the inside, and then you leave the car on the left, and then I'm just braking in the middle of the exit road. So yeah, this is my main reference. Just trying to stay to the left. As you can see, I will get a wider entry, try to get a sort of late apex, and then I will try to open the steering as much as I can on the exit. Third gear corner as well. So yeah, if we are checking this from Delta, I'm braking quite hard, but not as hard as the first horseshoe. I'm braking longer as well, but yeah, um, I'm not braking as hard. Also because as you can see, I'm turning in for most of the corner. It's not like a straight line braking. This is a straight line braking mostly, but this is not. So that's the reason why I'm braking less, but a bit longer. Um, this one is more similar to this one, so that's why the braking shape is quite similar. But yeah, this one you can see that for at least half or maybe 3/4 of the braking, the car is turning. So yeah, so just around 90% braking. Then as you can see, starting to turn in, releasing the brake, and then I'm already going on throttle. As you can see, being kind on throttle, and then once the steering is almost fully open, then I'm going full throttle on the exit. So if you are checking this from inside the car, on the brakes, releasing the brake with third, now releasing the brake fully. A bit of throttle, like I said, being quick on throttle to keep the balance of the car. So now on throttle, and then as you can see, I'm just waiting, and now the steering is open, and now I can go full throttle. So yeah, that's why I'm entering a bit wider, because then it allows me to open the steering a bit earlier. Because of course, if I was aiming for the curb straight away on the inside, this means I will need to put more steering angle, and it would delay the moment I'm going full throttle. So yeah. Then using the curb on the exit, and then we are approaching pretty much the last big braking of the track, because then we have the bus stop chicane. But yeah, it's a really fast corner, fast approach. So yeah, it's at least it's the last corner of the infield. So pretty much the same approach as the one before in terms of braking reference. Just the middle of the exit road on the right. So yeah, this is quite a simple reference to use. To be fair, just make sure you are using the curb on the braking on the right to extend a bit the track surface you are using. Just make sure you're not using the grass. It's an easy mistake to do, to clip the grass with the right wheel, and then this means you would get some oversteer on the entry. So yeah, it's important to avoid that. So be careful. And then yeah, as you have seen on Delta just before, quite similar to the turn, we will call it turn 2, turn 3, depending if you are calling the chicane after T1 as a corner. So yeah, as you can see, big braking at the beginning, and then once I'm starting to turn in, you can see it with this line of braking. When I'm starting to turn in, I'm just releasing the brake, and then early on throttle, just near the curb on the inside. So it's sort of late apex as well. Um, the idea is the same, just to help on the exit to open the steering earlier, so then you can go earlier full throttle. So yeah, as you can see on the brake, down to third, releasing the brake, early on throttle, just before jumping on the curb, and then as you can see, just trying to quickly open the steering, and then we are heading into the oval. So yeah, as you can see, also not trying to go too wide, and also yeah, one thing important, as you can see, it's not flat on the exit. It's what I mean flat is the track surface. It's a bit bumpy as well, so it's very important to yeah, like I said, and it's even more important. It's also important when the track is track surface is flat, but it's even more important when the track is a bit bumpy, a bit old school. To yeah, work on the steering on the exit, so then you can um, yeah, go full throttle a bit earlier. So yeah, just make sure the steering is open quickly on the exit, and yeah, by doing that, the entry helps a bit wider on the entry. Then just get a late apex, open steering, and full throttle. So yeah, important to not go too wide because I think it just longer the distance. Of course, I think it's still better than going all the way on the inside like this. Because the thing is that if you do that, I think you are just going to go uphill, but you won't really get the descent from the oval. So you won't get that extra momentum you are getting from the oval. By doing what I'm doing, I'm not really doing that much uphill because I think it's steeper right there compared to right there. Um, because the corner didn't really started yet, I would say. Um, we are still a bit in the straight line. It's tough to show it like this. Show you like this. Yeah, maybe it's a bit, but yeah, as you can see, it's still a bit flat right there. You are not really getting into the corner of the oval yet, so it's a bit more flat there. So of course, if you are just joining like this, you will get into the a bit steeper part of the turn, oval turn. But if you are joining there, it's a bit more flat, so you won't have the the uphill. I hope you understand what I mean, but yeah, rejoining there is I think a bit better. And then as you can see, if you are going a bit wider like this, I mean that's what I'm doing in the car, I guess. You are going a bit wider like this, and then you have the descent, so it gives you a bit of momentum. But if you are going all the way on the inside, you are most likely first to stay close to the yellow line. So yeah, you won't get that momentum. So yeah, usually back in the past I was always trying to get the short distance like this, but I think it's faster just like that. So yeah, I hope you understood what I meant. But yeah, then we are getting into the oval. It's quite simple, nothing to worry about. Just stay as close as you can from the yellow line, sorry, to shorten the distance. And then we are heading into the bus stop chicane. So the reference for the braking is quite similar actually to the T1. You have this pole on the right with the yellow lights. So that's pretty much what I'm using because you don't have this time white line, so it makes the job a bit hard, I would say. But yeah, this thing is really helpful around the track, especially turn one and the bus stop chicane with high speed braking. So yeah, as you can see, when I'm getting past this pole, I'm just going on the brake. I guess you can brake a tiny bit later, like at the beginning of the tire marks, but I think it's a bit too late in my opinion. It works, but the thing is that you will carry a lot of speed on the entry, and you are going to get a really compromised exit. Um, and then of course you lose a lot of momentum for the last run, for the run, for the end of the lap. So yeah, in my opinion, it's better to maybe carry a bit less speed on the entry of the bus stop chicane, but then you can get a really good launch on the exit. So yeah, that's what I would do. To be fair, carrying a bit less speed on the entry, but as you can see, I can go really early on throttle. I don't need to wait that much. Like once I'm out of this right one, then I'm on throttle, almost flat. Just need a bit of lift on the way into this right one, but then apart from that, I'm fully flat most of the time. So yeah, as you can see, getting past the pole on the right, just going on the brake. As you can see, I'm braking quite hard when the car is straight, but I will quickly release the brake when I'm starting to turn to the left. As you can see, turning to the left, and then once I'm reaching like I've shown you the the right hander of the chicane, this one, then I'm going on throttle, and then I almost never release the throttle except a bit just before reaching out the second right hander of the chicane. So yeah, it's quite simple. It's a bit tricky to nail because you have the track limits and stuff to consider as well. But yeah, it's not the hardest corner, if I have to be honest. I think. So yeah, just make sure you're not rushing too much the entry. Um, Mainly focus on the exit. That's what I would advise. To be fair. So yeah, as you can see on the brakes, releasing the brake, still holding the brakes until I'm reaching this right hander, and then as you can see on throttle, just lifting a tiny bit before the right one, and then yeah, it's just the run to the start, the finish line. Basically, just trying to make sure you stay tight, stay close to the yellow line, and then yeah, this is it for the lap around Daytona. Alright, everyone, so we're done for today. That was the week 4 lap guide of the Falcon Tire Sports Car Challenge around Daytona with the M4 GT4. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the Coach Dev Academy channel and join the Discord server if you have any questions about all the work we are providing. And yeah, I wish you good luck for the special event if you are doing it. And yeah, see you next week for the week 5. See you next time. Bye bye.